Good evening. Welcome to the December 14th, 2022 regular board meeting of the Chino Valley Fire District Board of Directors. The time is 6 o'clock. Please make sure your microphones are on talking to the board. Please make sure your microphones are on and speak directly into the microphone. I will now open the meeting and take roll. And I'll start at the end. Director Howie.
Yes.
Are you here?
I'm here, yes. I think I'm here, yes. Sorry, I was trying to turn my.
That's a great way to start,
I was
Tom.
trying to figure out how this microphone works.
Here.
Director Revenger.
Here.
Vice President Lou.
Here.
And I'm here. Okay. Would everybody please stand and join me with the pledge, the flag of the greatest country in the world. Ready? Begin.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And please remain standing for our invocation, and our fire district chaplain, Adam Howd. Hood.
Tomato, right? Let us pray. Dear Father, I just thank you for your love, Father, your kindness, and the mercy that you show us, Father. I pray for tonight's meeting, Lord, that you would guide it with wisdom and the guidance that you would be in the midst of all conversations that are taking place, Lord, tonight. I pray for our firefighters, Father, that you would just bless them and keep them safe on their jobs, Father, and also the fire personnel, Father, the district and all the families and the babies, the children, and all the grandchildren, Father, that you will bless them where they are, Father. So I pray all of this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. And if I haven't already done so, I would please like to ask everybody to turn your cell phones off. And clerk of the board, do we have any changes to the agenda?
Yes, we do. Yes, there's a change in the order of the presentations. We will recognize outgoing board member Wynn Williams and then recognizing outgoing President Mike Krieger.
Thank you.
So at this time, we're going to be doing the swearing-in ceremony for our newly elected board members. Judge Gwen Yabuno. Yabuno, will you please come forward to perform the swearing-in ceremony? And also, I would like to invite Tom Howie to the front.
I'm gonna do that.
What's this?
No, you.
It's my biography.
Well, I was just asking, we're gonna do that before or after the swearing in?
Before.
Before, okay, and I'll do that from here then. Okay.
I'll just stand.
Tom Howie has been a Chino resident since 1977. Tom owns Howie Insurance Agency, which has been in Chino since 1980. Tom and his wife Karen have two sons, Christopher and Patrick. Tom is an avid Civil War enthusiast. Not only does Tom collect Civil War memorabilia, but also lectures on the history of the Civil War and the history of photography. Tom served as a Chino City Council member for almost 20 years, retiring in 2020. Tom has served on the Chino Planning Commission in 2001, and served as the City of Chino's representative to several boards, such as the Chino Valley Fire District, Chino Basin Desalter Authority, Ontario International Airport, Interagency Collaborative, and alternate to the San Bernardino County Transportation Authority, SBCTA. Tom was active on the Economic Development Committee and was the vice chairperson of the Public Financing Authority. Additionally, he has served as a representative on the Water Facilities Authority Board of Directors and Investment Advisory Committee as well. Tom was appointed to the San Bernardino County Planning Commission and served for 2 years. In between of all this, Tom has always found time to spend time with Karen, his wife of 49 years, and their two sons, Christopher and Patrick. Tom coached both of his sons' Little League teams through 9 years of games, and coached his wife's women's slow-pitch softball team for 8 years. In 1999, Tom received the Champion Newspaper Chino Citizen of the Year received the Chino Newspaper Champion Citizen of the Year. In 2001, Tom, along with Karen, was awarded the Chino Outstanding Layman Service Award. Tom also received a 2003 Fred L. Burns Award from the Chino Valley Independent Fire District, which the foundation at that time was called Chiefs. In 2021, Tom received the West End YMCA Bridge Builder Award, and in 2022, Tom was awarded the Rancho del Chino Club Champion Award. Tom finds community service work very fulfilling and rewarding. He looks forward to continuing his service to the community for many years to come.
Thank you.
All right, now the legal part.
Now, let's get the legal.
All right, when I say aye, if you please state your name and repeat after me, if you can raise your right hand. I
I, Tom Howie,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United
to
States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California.
that I take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
and I will and faithfully discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations, sir.
I can say a couple words?
Sure.
Okay. All I can say is, I'm sorry about that long introduction on the bio. We actually had to cut it down a little bit, but, so anyway. I just want to let everybody know I'm honored, I'm happy, I'm excited to be here. I don't know if you know it, I applied for an open position here 25 years ago. For the board, there was an opening, myself and 9 other people interviewed. Unfortunately, I didn't get on the board. But, you know, good things, if you wait, good things will come to you. So I had to wait a long time. But anyway, I'm so happy. I want to thank my wife, who couldn't be here tonight. She's not feeling well. I want to thank her for letting me out of retirement. I think she wanted me to get out of the house. I think that was part of her motivation. My son Chris is here. Thank you. You know, you can't do this without your family. And so I'm really blessed to have my family supporting me. And I want to thank, obviously, the board who supported me. I couldn't have done this without you. I'm really looking forward to bringing some calm to the board. I can end some more professionalism, because I think it's important that that actually occurs. And I think I want to thank also all of you out here that supported me, especially the firefighters and the whole union and everything for supporting me. I'm just really looking forward to this next 4 years. So thank you very much.
And Tom, and we thank Karen. Welcome to the board. And I do have your election certificate here.
Oh, okay, great. All right.
Okay, I'd also like to present you this fire district badge.
Wow, beautiful.
And hopefully you'll never have to wear these, but in case you do, you have your brush jacket and your helmet.
Okay.
And I believe this is, you'll have everything, so.
I'll just leave it here.
You can pick it up.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
Tom, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Family members, please come up for a picture.
Okay. Chris?
Can I also get one with
John, can we get your photo?
Come on, John, get in here.
I'll do one with.
I'm new at this, I've only been here a couple of
I'll
years.
do one with you and then I'll with the team.
Okay. You want me to hold this up or not?
That'd be great.
Should have turned it down for you.
Chris, want to come in? Very good, buddy. Nice to see you. Thanks for showing. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to invite re-elected board member Mike Krieger to the front to come.
I'll do it from up here.
Okay.
Up here. Director Mike Krieger resides in the city of Chino Hills with his wife Melinda. They have 2 children, Matthew Jr. at Don Lugo High, and Samantha, who is a pediatric nurse at Seattle Children's Hospital in the Cancer Care Unit. Director Mike Krieger grew up in the city of Brea and attended Sonora High School. He attended Cal State Long Beach, where he majored in sociology. Director Krieger also attended and graduated from the Long Beach Police Academy. He has also done executive education at USC. Director Krieger has worked as a commercial insurance broker for 22 years. Director Krieger has also served as a reserve deputy sheriff for the past 25 years with the San Bernardino County Sheriffs. Director Krieger is an active volunteer and has served with the City of Chino Hills as a Parks and Recreation Commissioner, a Public Works Commissioner. Director Krieger has also served on the San Bernardino County General Plan Advisory Commission. Director Krieger has also volunteered for AYSO as a coach, assistant coach, and a referee. That's got to be the tough part, the referee part.
Yeah.
Director Krieger was recognized as Volunteer of the Quarter in the spring of 2012 for the City of Chino Hills. He was also selected as the Reserve of the Year in 1999 and received the Commander's Award from the San Bernardino County Sheriff. In his personal life, Director Krieger enjoys camping at the beach with the family and spending time at the family cabin in Lake Arrowhead. And Judge Abuno?
Okay, thank you. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
Mike Krieger,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of
and
California
the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of
and the
California,
Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of
or
evasion,
purpose of evasion,
that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to
upon
enter.
which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you. What do you have for me?
Well, I thought maybe you'd like to say a few words first.
Oh, yeah, I talk about a lot about what I'm passionate about, and, work is a way to earn a living. This is what I've been passionate about for the last 9 years, and I've really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to continuing to do so. So thank you. Thank you to my family for allowing me to continue to do this.
And we thank your family as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, John.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
And I do have your certificate of election.
Well, is that what it is?
Yes.
Or is it in lieu of election? Yeah.
Well,
Here.
Can I get you together?
yes, let's go to the middle.
Did you want to invite your
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, family
Yeah, come on up.
members.
Have your picture taken.
Thank you.
Mike, the picture might look really good with those flowers in her hand.
That's next.
Okay, well, let me. Judge Abuno, thank you so much for coming in and swearing in our newly elected board members. And I'd like to give you a little gift to remember us by. It's a mug and a fan set.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Really
My
appreciate
pleasure
it.
and honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Krieger, if you can give the presentation for outgoing board member, Wynn Williams.
So Wayne, if you come up. So we talk often about, the time commitment it takes away from our families and to serve the community. And with that, Win, we'd like to present you with this plaque for your time. And this says, recognizing Win Williams for the Chino Valley Fire District Board of Directors, recognizes you for your service to the Chino Valley community and for your presence during the term of office from 2018 to 2022.
Thank you
So
very
that's for you.
much.
Congratulations.
Very flattered. Do I get to say a few words?
Sure.
I didn't get a bio, but I'll do it myself. I started with the Chino Fire Department in 1969. And I'm very proud to say I put in 33 years of dedicated service. And I continued to try and put in service as a board member. And I'm very flattered to be here. And it was very flattering to be on the board. And I'm looking forward to coming in and talking at the meetings. I've always been a big member of doing that, a big member of the community to talk at the board. Because as a firefighter, I feel I have a little bit of knowledge in what's going on. I'd say a lot of knowledge of what's going on, and what kind of things happen in the fire department. And I like to talk about them. And I'm sure that as time goes on, I will be seeing you guys, and I hope that I can get things taken care of. But tonight, I'm happy. I'm happy with the board, and everything is great. So I don't have a problem as far as the way things went. I think I put on a good show, and looking forward to continuing with things that need to be taken care of. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you very much for the last 4 years. And we went through a lot, COVID and all the other stuff, but we made it. And we're going to continue. Thank you very much. Want to shake my hand? Yeah, that's what I figured.
Thanks, Win.
You want to do it?
I thought you did.
Stay up here,
Yeah, I'm-
You can't leave yet.
Stay up here.
You can't leave yet. Well, Mike, got a couple of things I want to say, and I'm going to be serious.
Okay.
I know that's
All
hard to
right.
believe, but I do. I want to express my sincere gratitude and thank you for your year as president of the fire district. Board president is the hardest role of a director, and I don't think anybody realizes the amount of extra time that is spent being the president of the organization, but it's well worth it for moving forward. The countless non-compensated hours and work you have dedicated to the fire district go unnoticed by many. But those of us who do know, we really appreciate your dedication to your position. You bring a lot of insights, and your out-of-the-box thinking and unique perspective led to some very interesting discussions. Okay? And we've had a couple of those. And, but we, in the end, we always get along well. We come to consensus, and we do business as it should be. We do not always agree on everything, but in the end, we come to consensus to do what we believe is the right thing for the fire district.
Absolutely.
You completed your presidency with dedication, grace, and seriousness. I appreciate your active leadership and judicious steward of our organization. One of the best parts of my vice presidency was getting to work with you and with someone who is as driven and as ambitious as you. On behalf of myself and the board of directors, thank you so much.
Thanks, John.
I appreciate the compliment.
Mike, with that, I'd like to present you a plaque for your presidency.
Nice.
If you come over here and turn that around, we'll get a picture. Another one. And Belinda, thank you for sharing him with us.
So with that, as John mentioned, it takes a lot to be president. It takes a lot of extra time and dedication. So Melinda, if you could come up. I have some beautiful flowers for you for allowing me to do this. Go ahead. You say it. I was going to say it.
We're going to take a 5-minute break. We're going to take a 5-minute break, so if anybody would like to take pictures or do whatever, we'll reconvene at 6:25.
Now we have new employee introductions, please. I'd like to call Fire Inspector Brandon Grimmett. Can you please come forward?
Brandon Grimmett grew up in the city of Huntington Beach, California. Excuse me. Brandon spent most of his time playing baseball and played at the junior college level. Brandon worked in customer service for 13 years and developed a passion for serving others. In 2019, Brandon was hired as a reserve fire inspector at the Chino Valley Fire District, where Brandon gained valuable knowledge from the district staff in fire prevention experience. In February of 2021, Brandon was hired by the San Bernardino County Fire Department as a fire prevention trainee. Brandon was hired October of 2022 as a fire inspector with the Chino Valley Fire District. His 10-year plan includes becoming a fire marshal and mentoring the next generation of fire inspectors. In his leisure, Brandon enjoys playing recreational baseball and golf, barbecuing with friends, wakeboarding in Lake Havasu, and listening to naval military audiobooks. And Brandon, welcome to the Chino Valley Fire District. And with that, Chief Williams, would you come forward?
Thank you. So this is a pretty special moment. We have Jim Powderly's here. Obviously, everybody knows Jim for the most part. He's one of our retired inspectors. And I think one of the most meaningful things about Brandon's bio to me is where he said he looks to mentor others, because I can tell you that without a question in my mind, he had the best mentor that exists in this field. And so we're fortunate to get him mentored up by Jim, have him go out and get some experience, and then come back to us. And I know those are tall shoes to fill, but you got to be the next. You're a little bit taller than him, so you're the next Jim. I want to hand that to Jim.
And with the naval military audios that you do, we have Navy and we have Navy. So
There you go. So.
try not to turn this on your pegs.
And since Jim's a former employee here, Jim, do you want to say anything? I mean, this is obviously going to be a special moment for you to have to come back and honor one of the own that you really trained and brought up. Keep it short.
I wasn't really planning on saying anything, but since you opened the floor, you handed me the mic. I will just say this. I see a lot of people out there with platinum hair, and I'm sure you can all relate to this. When I stepped into where Brandon is, it was many, many years ago, and qualifications were different at that time. Basically, it was a few classes, some college education, high school diploma, and a driver's license to get you in the door to be eligible to take the test, to be a candidate. Now, the candidates come in with not just an associate's degree, but they come in with bachelor's degrees, and they're looking for job experience so they can get their foot in the door. That's exactly what Brandon did. He came here with his education and ready to get out there and kick over some rocks and do the job, and that's exactly what he did. And when he went to San Bernardino County, it wasn't mentioned in his bio, but he was advanced very quickly. He passed right through probation, just smoked through it. And when the job came available here, Brandon was probably one of the first ones in line to apply for it. And I think that says volumes for the organization, Chief. Not just because it's a progressive department where a lot of people would like to work, but because of the people that work here and the family atmosphere. So Brandon, congratulations, man. You worked hard for this, and I'm not just proud of you, but I know there's a lot of people here that are. Congratulations.
Yes.
Do we have family members?
Come on up. Your family, right? Come on up.
Mom and Dad, girlfriend.
Girlfriend,
We're glad we
girlfriend.
stole you from San
Whoever's got a connection, come on up. Mailman's connected by delivering your mail. Come on up. Come on in here. This is your guy. Get in there with your family. I'm the bookend. This is what's important right here. Fantastic, thank you. Brandon, congrats. You got it. Thanks, Dan, I appreciate it.
Next, I would like to call up lead fire equipment mechanic Tony Rivera. Can you please come forward?
Tony, welcome.
Sir, thank you.
Tony Rivera grew up in the city of Loma Linda, California, and attended Redlands High School. Tony attended San Bernardino College to take up machining, and then later attended UTI. And UTI would that stands for, that's the I know, but if you tell everybody.
Universal Technical Institute.
And it's very renowned, and that's for automotive repair. Later in his career, he returned to the San Bernardino College to take up welding. Tony has a total of 22 years' experience as an EVT mechanic. I know what EV stands for, emergency vehicle. So we're good there. In 2000, Tony began a career working for the city of Corona until 2018. After leaving the city of Corona as a fleet mechanic, Tony joined the Rancho Cucamonga Fire District as a fire equipment mechanic. On November 7th, 2022, Tony then joined us here at the Chino Valley Fire District as our new lead fire equipment mechanic. Tony has been happily married for 26 years and now currently resides in the city of Redlands. On his free time, he enjoys fishing and spending time with his 3-year-old German Shepherd named Otto. Tony, welcome to the Fire District.
Thank you very much.
Get to the middle.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Next is Employee Service Award. We have 25 years service for engineer Mike Rayball, but he's not here, so President, can you please read his bio?
Okay. Engineer Mike Rabel began his career with the Fire District in December of 1997 as a firefighter and firefighter paramedic. Prior to his career with the Chino Valley Fire, Mike was a firefighter for the Borrego Springs Fire Department. Mike Rabel was promoted to the rank of engineer on July 5th, 2008. Mike was born in San Diego, and he graduated in 1987 from Ramona High School in Ramona, California. He received his paramedic school from Crafton Hills College in 2000. And we congratulate Mike on his 25 years of service. And we'll get him his.
Another 25 years of service is fire paramedic Les Cass, but he wasn't able to attend, but we would still like to recognize him.
Firefighter paramedic Les Cass began his career with the fire district as a firefighter paramedic in December of 1997. Les and his wife Amy reside in the city of Murrieta and have 2 children, Carson and Madison, both of whom currently attend Idaho State University. Les grew up in the city of Covina and attended Mount San Antonio College Fire Technology Program and graduated from Mount San Antonio Fire Academy. Les completed his paramedic studies at the Paramedic Training Institute. Shortly after pursuing his degree, Les was hired as a firefighter at La Habra Heights Fire Department in 1993. In 1997, Les served as a reserve firefighter for the Chino Valley Fire District and was later recruited as a full-time firefighter. Les is an active member of the Chino Valley Professional Firefighters and participates in all of its events. Les acted as an Explorer advisor for our Fire Explorer program and was part of the department's softball team and is currently part of the hazmat team. Les enjoys spending time with his family in the great outdoors and enjoys activities including hiking, fishing, and shooting. We congratulate and thank Les for his 25 years of service.
The next presentation is the San Antonio College presentation. Scott Atkinson, Assistant Director of Public Safety and Programs at Mount SAC College, can you please come forward?
You want me up here or up there?
Where would you like to be?
Over here. Oh, she's pointing. I better be here. All right, good evening. Thank you so much for having me. It's so real for me to be back. Used to sit over there for many years, and it's my pleasure to be back tonight as an employee of the Mount San Antonio College, and I represent the public safety programs. First of all, congratulations on your appointment tonight.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Vice President Luth, and also congratulations, Director Howie, for your new position. It's one of the things that I will take always for me is the commitment that we have to serve the community here at the fire district. And I've obviously had the chance to carry that back over to the college now, where our goal tonight is to thank you for what we do here at the fire district by allowing the college to have the coordination and the relationship that we have to have the fire academy here to train our next generation firefighters, as well as all the donations that have been given to Mount Sonnet College by the district. But before I get started with all that, I want a personal note. I want to thank Chief Williams. He was our keynote speaker last night at our 74th Academy graduation for our basic fire academy. And I also got him back in June, and he was for our 92nd Paramedic Academy graduation. So thank you to Chief Dave Williams for that. Chief Jeremy Alt is actually going to be our keynote speaker for the paramedic graduation tomorrow night for our 93rd Paramedic Academy. And one little note, I was class number 1 at Mount SAC. So
Just the way your age.
yes, so a few years. So with that, and I'm just in great gratitude for all the years and opportunities that I had to be a member of this great district. But I'm also gratitude to work here at Mount San Antonio College and to have the collaborative and the relationship that we have. So with that, I'd like to introduce the director of our public safety programs, Chief Mozak.
Congratulations. Yeah, Scott was a great addition to our team over at Mount SAC. He brings a lot of tradition over there. And the fact that he actually was in class number 1 for our Paramedic Academy is fantastic. And for the fact that Chief Williams was able to do the keynote speaker yesterday or last night, telling the class that he graduated from this Paramedic Academy and his Fire Academy just was fantastic. It just comes full circle about what we do there. So thank you, Chief. So real quickly, career education programs such as fire technology rely heavily on our industry partners for support and guidance. Allowing our Fire Academy to train students at your state-of-the-art training facility is critical to the success of our organization or program. Many of our Fire Academy graduates have gone on to be successful careers in the fire service, working for local agencies. A lot of them have become fire chiefs or chief officers. Chief Williams, case in point, Chief Skipbar and Chief Alt, and certainly Chief Atkinson. That says a lot about our program. We're very proud of that. Not only has the Chino Valley Fire District provided us with a place where we can train our students, you have also donated valuable fire equipment that our students train with, such as a 1990 Pierce Dash fire engine, a 2000 International Type 3 fire engine, 2002 KME fire engine, 70 SCBA mask, 5 Level A hazmat training suits, various appliances, hand tools, ventilation fans, generators, fire extinguishers. You guys have been a tremendous service to our students by providing those engines and equipment and tools. We certainly thank you for that. I personally want to thank the Chino Valley District Fire Board and Chief Williams for your continued support for our fire technology program. And now I'd like to introduce our Executive Director of our Mount SAC Foundation to present you with the plaque. Thank you.
Good evening. Happy holidays, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. This guy looks pretty good for being 93 years old, doesn't he? I know, we run that academy more than once a year, so. But on behalf of our Board of Trustees at Mount Sac and our President and CEO, Dr. Bill Scroggins, I wanted to be here to thank you so much. As Chief talked about, it's essential that we have these kind of partnerships. And we always talk about the first responder training at Mount Sac and how we're training heroes. And, you know, we do a lot of trainings at Mount Sac just generally for our, because we're a large place, 3,500 employees. And whenever there's an emergency situation, the training for regular folks is to run in the other direction. We do the opposite with our fire academy and our public safety programs. So I view this as an opportunity to continue the heroes in training that we started at Mount Sac. So thank you so much. We have a plaque here that just recognizes this wonderful partnership, signed by the President of the Board of Trustees, and we're so grateful. Thank you so much for all your support.
Thank you, and on behalf of the fire district, and we look forward to many, many more years.
Absolutely.
And Chief, would you like to come up and say a few words? Sure. We'll come out and let's have a photo.
Sure. Yeah, great.
President Monaco. Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. Good to see you again, even from last night. We appreciate your commitment to us and the partnership that we can really turn out the next generation of firefighters and paramedics. And to your point, we're honored, and I think it's a reflection of our organization when we look across our captains, our battalion chiefs, and all of our chief officers, and you do really see probably 70% of them came out of the program. So not only did I get my AS degree there, fire science and paramedic, but I was also an instructor there. So I believe in that program, and so thank you very much for this honor.
And I'd also like to invite up our other two chiefs for a photo. Come on, Dean, Carlos.
You're gonna come back, Dave, as instructor?
I'll tell you what.
I'm a little busy.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
You come to Mount Sac and you can never go home.
I'm gonna take a few. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Sure, appreciate it.
Good to see you.
Our next presentation is employee recognition of Fire Chief Dave Williams for completion of the California Special District Association Certified Special District Manager Certification. CSDA Representative Chris Palmer, who is Senior Public Affairs Field Coordinator, please come forward.
Congratulations, President. Thank you so much for having me this evening. Again, my name is Chris Palmer. I'm the Senior Public Affairs Field Coordinator for the California Special Districts Association. It's a very long government title. But tonight I'm wearing my Special District Leadership Foundation hat to honor Chief Williams on earning the Certified Special District Manager certification. And before I really get into this, I want to thank the Chief. He has been just such a resource for me when it comes to any type of fire district issues, advocacy. He's hosted events here for us. He has just gone above and beyond. And Chief, I just want to thank you. And it's the only opportunity I'm probably going to thank you in public, so I wanted to give that to you. But the certification that the chief earned is a voluntary designation because he has nothing else better to do. And it's sought by individuals who strive to be the best in their field. This certification requires a 2-hour, very thorough exam covering various aspects of special district administration and gives successful candidates, that's why we're here tonight, recognition unmatched by any other program. So the 2-hour exam covers a plethora of special district administration items, including governance, legal requirements, policy development, ethics in public service, strategic planning, and public finance. That is a lot just in itself. And, why is this important? It's important because it demonstrates the chief's commitment to your district and his profession as a whole. He is one of the best. I have to look at my notes for this because I have not done many of these presentations before. And it just reflects achievement and fulfillment of a set of standards, requirements, and it's a great opportunity to show that the chief is going above and beyond for your district. And so on behalf of the board and staff of the Special District Leadership Foundation, it's my pleasure and honor to present Chief Dave Williams as a certified special district manager in recognition of successful completion of the exam, a high level of knowledge and expertise in the areas of special district management and governance, and a strong commitment to this community in this district. So Chief, congratulations.
Ironically, Chris just read everything I wrote. Really did, because I said a lot of the same things. But the general manager's position is a position that is not only in the fire service, because we are a special district, of which there are many different types of special districts, including water districts, wastewater districts, airports, cemeteries, parks and recreation, libraries. It goes on and on and on and on. And all of the general managers of these places strive to complete the course and the certification that Chief Williams just completed. And ironically, he could leave here and go to a community service district and be the equivalent of their city manager. The general manager position is equivalent to a city manager's position, and that's what Chief Williams has achieved. So I just want to congratulate you, Chief, and good job.
Thank you, sir, appreciate that.
We do have a platform, I think, too.
We do. We do.
It's major award.
And I'm going to let Chris present that because it's from
Chris, thank you, I
SDLF.
appreciate that. The one key thing that Chris said while he was talking was very thorough. That test was very thorough.
I had a lot of emails from the chief on, how do I prepare for this? And I don't think I know all these things, but I knew he did.
I was trying to order books online and
It's,
Chris, thank you for the partnership. I appreciate it.
Congratulations, you too. He did pass with flying colors, by the way.
Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Good to see you, Chris.
The next item is public communications. This is the time and place for the general public to address the board of directors about subjects that do not appear elsewhere on the agenda. The public may address items on the agenda at the time addressed by the board. Due to the board policy and Brown Act requirements, action may not be taken on any issue on the agenda. When you address the board, please state your name and address, optional, prior to making your remarks. Please limit your comments to 5 minutes. And I have one speaker slip from Steve Eli.
Steve Eli, 17017 Estoril Street, talking as a private citizen right now. Thank you to the voters in Division 3 for having some sanity and bringing Tom Howie to this board. Now you can do what you do really well without distractions. And I'm also pleased that nobody ran against my director, Mike Krieger. And I'm just thankful for all of you. As you know, obviously I'm an involved citizen in my other capacity, but as a resident, you know, I am ecstatic at the kind of district we have and the level of service that is provided from, you know, I'll do here what I do at my board, from the bottom of the president all the way to the janitor. Everybody that works for this district really tries hard. And it's hard to keep focus on the good work and the positive stuff when you're being distracted by someone whose sole purpose seems to be to distract you and their own self-motivation. So congratulations to the 4 of you for persevering through 4 years of that, and congratulations to Tom for bringing some sanity back to that seat, and it is really appreciated by the citizens of this community. Thanks.
Thank you.
Next item is the liaison
Do
report.
we have any other requests to speak from the audience before we move on? Anybody else? Okay.
The next item is liaison reports to the fire district. It includes County 4th District, City of Chino Hills, Fire Foundation, Fire Safe Council, School District, and IEUA. I would like to call up Council Member Art Bennett.
Good evening, and welcome to the happy holidays, right? President DeMonico, Vice President Luth, board members, Chief Williams, and executive staff. It's my pleasure and privilege to be here tonight, and I want to congratulate first Mike on a very hard-fought battle for his reelection.
Thank you.
I know how tough that is, you know.
Sweating it out on election night.
I know, and you know, it's a good thing you had your wife to vote for you. That's good. And Tom, you know, it's wonderful seeing you up there. We know all of the service that was mentioned in your bio. Of course, I've known you for many, many years through your city endeavors and everything. You're going to make a great spot here. It now complements the entire team, and it will hopefully level things out and eliminate some of the frustrations that have happened in the last year. Tom, for your information, we send out in advance a PIO report, which basically tells you all that's going on in the city of Chino Hills. But I did want to mention a couple things. Recreational news that the community park right now is now in phase 1 of rehabilitation. Fields 1 through 4 of the main park will be unavailable for community use during this time, and 5 and 6 are available for allocated use only. We're tearing out the artificial turf and putting in new. It was only supposed to last 8 years. It lasted 13 years, so it was a good investment, and the city is coughing up $7 million that we're pulling out of reserves to redo those fields. So it'll be a great place for all of our kids and adults to utilize those fields. Big event coming up this Friday evening. We have our Chino Hills Boat Parade. And for those of you that don't know that we don't really have a lake, but we do have Peyton. So at any rate, we'll have that. That should be a great event. And holiday facility closures. Passport services closed this last Monday. They'll reopen back after the holidays. There's going to be no street sweeping citations if you live in the city from Friday, December 23rd. The enforcement will resume on Tuesday, January 3rd. City Hall and the City Yard will be closed from Friday, December 23rd, and reopen on Tuesday, the 3rd of January. And that's essentially it. Again, this morning I was at the Make a Child Smile. Wonderful seeing you guys out there. Also saw you this last weekend with the Fill a Boot. I was trying to keep down the number of contributions we made from boot to boot at Sam's Club and Walmart. And I understand you got rained out, but still had a very successful event, so I'm very happy for that. And just thank you again for everything that this district does, all of the firefighter, paramedics. It's a wonderful place, and it gives us such a peace of mind to know that when things get bad and you need something, because I know 90+% of your calls are for medical emergencies. Having endured several of those, I think I know some of you guys too well, but you've been in my home. I appreciate it very much, and you've saved my life a couple times, so thank God for everything you do. So please, all of you, I know that you will, remember the reason for the season, have a giving heart. You know, when you get a chance, and especially when you see somebody, one of our emergency responders in a uniform, go up to them and thank them for everything they do to make our community what it is and as safe as it is. So with that, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, and any other religion that you happen to practice. May you all have a very blessed holiday season. And now we've got a great start ahead of us for 2023, and I know that it's going to be another successful year for this district and for all the residents. So thank you very much for the opportunity to come by and wish you all well.
Thank you.
Board Member Donald L. Bridge from Chino Valley Unified School District, please come forward.
Well, good evening. I dressed for warmth tonight. Tomorrow I have to wear the tie. So, but good evening, President DeMonico and Vice President Luth and Chief Williams and directors. Wanted to first of all congratulate Director Howie on your election. It's wonderful to see you come out of retirement and take on more public service, because you do a terrific job, and we're looking forward to the next 4 years. On behalf of the school district, congratulations on a wonderful and successful Make a Child Smile event this morning over at Walmart. Big thank you to you, the Fire Board Directors, Chief Williams, and all of our first responder agencies for putting together this marvelous event. It was just terrific to see the smiles on the kids on the buses that they were getting off, and just terrific. Tomorrow night, we have our reorganizational meeting at the school board, where we will welcome two new members, Mrs. Sonia Shaw and Mr. John Monroe. Following their taking the oath of office, the board will select officers, liaisons to the committees, various agencies, and host a reception before resuming the regular part of the meeting. So it's a big evening for us tomorrow evening. Just a reminder, along with that, to the community that the last day of the first semester in our school district is tomorrow, Thursday. There is no school on Friday. And the district will return from winter break starting on Wednesday, January 4th. So it's a little bit longer break than the 2 weeks that a lot of times we normally have. And finally, I too would like to wish everyone a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Director Steve Eli from IEUA, please come forward.
Hello again. Just wanted to offer you all the opportunity, if you'd like. I was at Chino City Council last night. I'll make the same offer to all electeds to come out and visit some of our plant, especially our regional plant 5, which is in the city of Chino. We have it's a $400 million rehabilitation, restoration, and augmentation of facilities. And what's amazing is we have 200 tradespeople on site every day, give or take, while we're operating a wastewater treatment plant that serves Chino, Ontario, Chino Hills, and other areas. It's really a wonderful opportunity to see a project, that's behind the scenes, right? Because everybody wants to take a shower, it goes down the drain. They don't want to care about where the water goes. But if open to all of you, as well as Chief and your staff, and certainly Dean approached me tonight and asked for support for the fire station, and I'll do everything we can to make sure that happens while I'm still president. We'll see if I'm president next year. But in all seriousness, we enjoy working with you all and want to continue the relationship even further. So appreciate all of you and wish you all success and health. And I see the chief's a little bit under the weather, so we'll wish that he recovers a little bit more. But with that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. If, shall I contact you and set up a time to do a tour, or?
Yeah, go ahead and contact me, and I'll get you in touch with our staff, and I'll try to be there when you take the tour.
Okay.
But we like to take electeds out, but also we can only have 2 of you at one time because of the Brown Act.
Okay, thank you.
President DeMonico, would you like me to go ahead and arrange that for the board members that are interested?
Yeah, we'll find out if board members that are interested would like to do that, and we can set that up.
Perfect.
Same thing with senior staff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, we could do it with board members and staff, and thank you.
The next item is the consent calendar. We have items 1 through 8.
See, we have Charlie Blank here. I don't think you saw him go in, so.
Oh, I didn't get, I apologize, I did not see you.
That's all right, I'm like a stealth bomber, don't worry.
That's what the kids who I teach say too, believe me. All right, I don't, Art stole a lot of my thunder, but I do want to congratulate Tom. I think you served with my wife on the YMCA board years ago.
You're right.
Yes. So I'll have to tell her you have a new service position. John, congratulations on becoming the president. Mike, congratulations on your year of service. I just want to thank everybody in this room for all the support you give the Carbon Canyon Fire Safe Council, especially Sarah, who sits on our board. But, between the trunk or treat and everything else that goes on, I have to say that a lot of the stuff we do would not be done without you people. All right, so it's gratifying that there's so much cooperation. And just have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday, and everybody stay safe. And I look forward to 2023. Thank you.
And before we move on, I just want to recognize Curtis Burton. Kurt, congratulations on your election, Chino City Council.
Thank you very much.
And we also have Christopher Flores, Chino City Council. Thank you for attending, Chris.
And I apologize, I didn't plan on speaking this evening, otherwise I would have dressed a little more appropriately. But on behalf of the City of Chino City Council, I'd like to congratulate the new director, Tom Howie, in the reelection of Mr. Krieger. Congratulations. I look forward to working with the entire board. This is my first time as a city councilman. I know many of you here. I was a Chino police officer for 31 years, and I've been in the community for almost 40. So you guys do a tremendous job. Your personnel are just incredible. They're phenomenal, and I'm very, very proud to call Chino my home. A lot because of who you are and what you do, because of the services that we enjoy on a daily basis that we take advantage of. So I appreciate the work that you do. Again, on behalf of the Chino City Council, congratulations, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Councilmember Chris Flores, would you like to come forward and say a few words?
Now you have to.
Now I have to. I guess what I want to say is congratulate, the re-elect and the newly elect. And I guess want to share my thoughts on just a couple of new employees you guys are going to be getting. I think starting tomorrow, or I'm not sure, it might be Friday. Monday, there it is. You guys have just excellent, two excellent people coming over to help you guys take the ship and, sail it to where it needs to be. But with that being said, thank you guys and Merry Christmas. And on behalf of, Kurt, congratulations as well. I want to just wish you congratulations. But anyways, you guys have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item is consent calendar, and we have items 1 through 8.
This time, is there anybody from the audience that would like to pull anything off the consent calendar for our discussion? Seeing none, I'll move it back to the board. Would anybody on the board like to pull anything off the consent calendar?
A motion to approve?
I'll second.
I have a motion by Director Evancher and a second by Director Krieger. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. My motion passes 5-0.
And Board President, just to note, we didn't have any no's on that motion. All 5 approved.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We have no old business. The next item is new business, and it's item number 9, which is the FY 2021-22 audit reports. The purpose is to present the fiscal year 2021-22 annual comprehensive financial report and disclosure letters to the board for review and approval. Finance Director Mark Shaker, can you please present your report?
Thank you. The financial audit for the fiscal year June 30, 2022 has been completed, and in conjunction with the completion of the audit, the district is issuing its annual comprehensive financial report, or ACFR. The ACFR presents a robust picture of the district's financial condition, including full public transparency and disclosure to citizens and other stakeholders, the availability of additional financial information for credit rating agencies and other users of the district statements, and also gives the ability for the district to participate in financial reporting award programs, which we anticipate also submitting for the GFOA award this year. I wanted to go over just a few highlights that I think are noteworthy and important for fiscal year 2022. Total general fund revenues of approximately $61.1 million in 22 compared to 52.7 in the prior year. A year-over-year increase of about 8.4 million or 15.8%. And there's a few reasons I'd like to highlight, which I'll discuss in a little bit. Tax revenues, which is exclusively property tax, increased by about 5.9% over the prior year, or 2 million. This is due primarily to significant continuing development within the district, as well as increases in assessed values due to home sales. Intergovernmental revenues, which I wanted to highlight specifically, of 7.4 million were due to a couple of one-time revenue receipts in fiscal year 2022. 3.3 million was received from the state of California in the form of COVID-19 relief funding, as well as 4 million received from the city of Chino Hills to construct the new Fire Station 68. The negative balance in other revenues are the unrealized losses in the district's investments in the current year at just under 1.5 million. Total general fund expenses in fiscal year 22, about 52 million, just under 52 million, compared to 49.4 in the prior year, a net increase of 2.5 or 5%. Salaries and benefits were up roughly 4.3 million, an increase of about 10.8%. A majority of these increases are due to significant mutual aid activity in fiscal year 2022. At the end of June 30, 2022, the district's general fund reported fund balance of 41.1, an increase of about 9.2 million from the prior year. But again, there are a couple of one-time revenue activity in fiscal year 2022. So when you're comparing, please take note of that. We don't anticipate those one-time revenues to increase. However, we do anticipate receiving an additional 4 million from the city of Chino Hills once we award a bid for the construction of Fire Station 68. Fortunately, we have our audit partner, Kenali from Eide Bailly here to give an overview of the audit. Thank you for being here, and you can go whenever you're ready.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Mark. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Kenali Sukasum, and I'm a partner with Eide Bailly. I just wanted to go over what our responsibilities under generally accepted auditing standards and government auditing standards were, and to discuss the results of our audit. So our scope of work was to perform an audit of the financial statements for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2022, and we've issued an unmodified opinion or a clean opinion, which is the highest level of assurance over Chino Valley Fire's financial statements. As part of our audit, we also considered Chino Valley Fire's internal controls and designed our audit procedures to gain reasonable but not absolute assurance over the financial statements. We also performed tests of compliance with laws, regulations, those that could have a direct and material effect on Chino Valley Fire's financial statements. In addition, because Chino Valley Fire District produces an ACFR, we also reviewed the required supplementary information to make sure that the information contained in those sections are consistent with the information contained in the basic financial statements. The significant accounting policies used by the district are identified in Note 1 to the statements. There were no changes in accounting policies or practices during the current year. Accounting estimates that were integral as part of the financial statement audit and that were sensitive to the financial statements were the district's pension liabilities, the district's OPEB liabilities, and also the related deferred inflows and outflows associated with those. These items are based on third-party valuations, and we determined the key factors, assumptions used to develop these estimates, and determined that they were reasonable in comparison with the district's financial statements. Also, I wanted to highlight some significant disclosures identified in the financial statements. If you look at Note 8 and Note 9 to the financial statements, that goes into detail about the district's pension and OPEB plan. In that note, you'll see that a 1% increase or a 1% decrease in the discount rate has a significant impact on the district's OPEB liability and the district's pension liability. Lastly, I'm happy to report that there were no difficulties during the course of the audit. We had no disagreements with management or staff. And with that, that concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions if you have any.
This time I'd like to open up to the public if anybody has any requests to speak on this item. If not, I'll bring it back to the board for board
No, I do
comments.
not have any public.
Okay. This time I'll bring it back to the board for comment, and I'll start with Director Howland.
No comment this time.
Director Krieger?
So Mark, if we take away the one-time revenues, I don't really want to count the 4 million from City of Chino Hills or the COVID relief funds. Am I looking at this right, that that we ended up with a surplus of 800 and, a little over 800,000, or was it more than that?
No, so on the general fund, so
Yeah.
if you're specifically talking about the general fund
Correct.
and excluding the trust,
Yes.
the net revenue would be about 3 million in
Okay.
surplus. If you include the trust, it's about 1.9, just under 2 million. But that's accounting for the losses in the trust. The reason I exclude the trust is because the trust is restricted in fund balance, so changes in the trust affect that line, not the unassigned. So that's why I typically stick with the general fund.
Okay, thank you. I'll hold off on further questions.
Director Evinger.
No questions.
Vice President Luth.
So, yeah, I just appreciate, Mark, your efforts, carrying on from where Steve left us, and you've taken over. We have a clean audit again, appreciate hearing that, appreciate your efforts on our behalf to look over our records, make sure we're up to snuff. I appreciate it very much. I think the one thing I would comment, and we're talking about some workshops coming up, and Mark, you and I have kind of visited about this a little bit too, but I would really like to encourage us to have a workshop or something with the board and dig in a little deeper into our financials, get your insights, your perspective on what we're seeing and what we can expect. We've got some big outlays coming up here, so we've got some plans to make, and so that would be my comment. I appreciate the audit, but I think I would encourage us to consider some kind of workshop or something to dig into the financials a little bit better and get some of your perspectives.
With that being said, would it be possible to have a special meeting / workshop in January? Would you be prepared to have it that soon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chief, if we could set one up. And I don't have any comments at this time. I'll wait for the workshop. This time I'd like to request a motion to approve.
So moved.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Director Evinger and a second by Director Howie. And I'll now request a voice vote. Director Howie?
Yes.
Director Krieger?
Yes.
Director Evinger?
Yes.
Vice President Luth?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well.
The next item is the 2023 Community Liaison and Standing Committee Member Assignments. Purpose is to appoint community liaisons for the County Board of Supervisors, City of Chino Hills, Fire Safe Council, Chino Valley Unified School District, County Airport Commission, Fire Foundation Liaison, CIM Citizen Advisory Council, CRW Citizen Advisory Council, and Inland Empire Utilities Agency, and appoint the standing committee members for the 2023 Fire District Finance, Planning, Human Resource Committees, and Legislative Committees. President John DeMonico, can you present your report?
Thank you. These committees and liaison assignments are all listed in our board policies. And I went through the board policies and pulled them out, and I did the best I can to make these fair and equal, and I'd like to pass them out. If anybody has any concerns, would like to change something, now's the time to do that. After this, these will be the recorded assignments.
And President DeMonico, just to note, we'll have a copy available too for the public, should anyone request it. And I think if we can make an announcement at the end of the item to the extent people are assigned as part of the item.
I couldn't hear that last part.
At the end of the item, should the board agree with these suggestions, just that we read into the record the specific assignments?
Oh, do we read it into it, or can we just present it to have it put into the record?
It would be best to have someone read it if feasible.
I can read it.
Okay.
After deliberation.
Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and read it into the record. I don't know, does this?
She might need a
I don't-
copy of it.
Yeah.
She's got it. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Okay, for the Finance Committee, the primary person would be President DeMonico, and secondary would be Vice President Luth. For the Human Resources Committee, we have primary Ramos Evinger and secondary Howie. For the Planning Committee, we have primary Krieger and secondary Howie. For the Legislative Committee, we have primary DeMonico and secondary Krieger. For the Community Liaisons, we have County Board of Supervisor, the primary person as DeMonico and the alternate as Krieger. For the Chino City Council, we have primary Luth, and then also Evinger, Ramos Evinger to attend those meetings. Chino Hills City Council, we have Krieger and we have Howie. For the Chino Valley School District, we have Krieger as the primary and Ramos Evinger as the alternate. And for the IEUA, we have primary DeMonico and Howie as the alternate. For the Fire Safe Council, we have Ramos Evinger for the primary and DeMonico as the alternate. For the Citizen Advisory Council, the CIM Citizen Advisory Council, we have Luth, and then we have alternate Howie. For the CIW Citizens Advisory Council, we have the primary as Howie and the alternate as Krieger. For the San Bernardino County Airport Commission, we have primary Luth and we have alternate Howie. For the Fire Foundation Liaison, we have primary Krieger and alternate Ramos Evinger. For the JPA, we have the Confire Board and we have primary DeMonico and Harvey Luth as the alternate. For Association Liaisons, for the CSDA Fiscal and Audit Committee, we have DeMonico as the primary. And then we have for the CSDA Legislative Committee, we have DeMonico. And for the CSDA Member Services Committee, we have Ramos Evinger. And for the CSDA Professional Development, we have Ramos Evinger. And for the Fred L. Burns Committee, we have Ramos Evinger.
Okay.
That's all.
And so at this time, I'd like to request a motion to approve.
So moved.
A motion by Director Krieger, second by Vice President Luth. All in favor? Please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 5-0.
The next item is the Fire District Policy and Procedures for the Board of Directors. The purpose is for the Board of Directors to review the Fire District Policy and Procedures for the Board. Every year, the President of the Board of Directors appoints an ad hoc committee to review and make suggested revisions to the Board Policy and Procedures. Reviewing the Board and Policy Procedures annually provides an opportunity for the District Legal Counsel to review the policies and procedures to ensure that all the statutory references are current. The proposed recommendations are submitted to the Clerk of the Board, and a specific date is to be established tonight. The Clerk of the Board will then submit the recommendations to legal to make sure that there are no legal issues with the recommendations. After review by legal counsel, the recommendations shall be submitted to the Board at the February 8, 2023 meeting for consideration and adoption of the proposed new board policies and procedures. And that concludes my staff report.
Okay, do we have anybody from the public that would like to comment on this? If not, we'll bring the board policies back to the board.
You have a question?
Oh, I gotta make a motion to approve,
Bob,
if it's ready.
couple of housekeeping items first, real quick.
Okay.
We want to bring this back to the board for approval, final approval on February 8th.
Correct.
Which is roughly 60 days from now. And at this 60-day period, this was last adopted last January 12th. And trying to determine how much time we need to do this so we can have it ready for the February 8th meeting. So I was looking at the calendar today, and I know it's the holidays and everything, but I thought if we could, board members could review and have input to the district by January 6th, which is a Friday, then we could take all the input, into the ad hoc committee as well, take all of the input and have it put into the policy manual in a red line form so that we can move forward with that. And then we can review that and have the red line back to the board hopefully by January 13th. And if we do that, and move a couple weeks down the line to have it finalized by the clerk and legal by January 27th, gives us time to have it ready for the agenda review and then available for the February 8th meeting. So if those dates kind of work for everybody, and, you know, it takes a little bit of work, but if we can do that.
Board President, I believe the board president sets an ad hoc of 2.
Yes.
So I think we want to do that procedurally, and then maybe it's best then if the full board has comments outside of the ad hoc to bring that back in January
Right.
at the regular meeting, and then to meet those timelines.
Right, and I was going to establish the ad hoc as Director Evinger. I think you expressed interest in that.
As crazy as it sounds.
And if nobody else has objections, I'd like to do it unless somebody else really has a burning desire to do it.
Yeah, no, I've done it a couple times.
I know.
think it's great.
I kind of figured that was coming, but,
Yeah, you can do it.
so, so the ad hoc will be myself and Director Evinger. Okay. And I don't think that requires a vote.
Correct. I think we have our ad hoc and we have our, the district has its marching orders, and the full board will see this on a future agenda as well.
Okay. Before we move on to fire chief comments, I've got a couple of one other item here, that we have currently 2 ad hoc committees in existence. One of them is for the City of Chino Hills Public Housing, I believe, and we're going to dissolve that ad hoc. And then we have the Chino Facilities ad hoc, and we're going to change that to Vice President Luth and Director Evinger. They're the liaisons to the City of Chino. And also want to have an ad hoc for the City of Chino Hills for the same purpose. And it would be titled the exact same, except one says City of Chino Hills and one says Chino Facilities. And the Chino Hills Facilities would be Director Krieger and Director Howie. And what I'd like to ask for that ad hoc is, I'm going to recommend, or I don't want to conduct business style, but if you have any comments to put this into the board policy, I would like to hear that from your comments when you submit those for the board policy. And I'll let it go with that. So with that, I believe that takes care of the ad hocs. And so now are we to the point where we move on fire chief's comments? I think, okay, we're with fire chief's comments.
Thank you, President DeMonico. President DeMonico, Vice President, I have to get reacclimated here, by Vice President Luth and board members, staff, and residents and community. Under board activities and public relations, on November 11th, board members, staff, and I attended the City of Chino Hills Salute to Service. A great event. It's really an honor for me to always have an opportunity to serve people who have served us in many capacities. I will mention also that the police chief there reached out after that event and asked if I would be the narrator next year. So we're honored that they're pulling us in and using us in another capacity over at the City of Chino. On October 15th, board members, staff, and I attended the retirement of Council Member Walt Polcock at the City of Chino Council Chambers. The City of Chino Hills tree lighting ceremony was held on December 3rd at Chino Hills City Hall. Board members and staff and I attended the event. On December 6th, board members, staff, and I attended the Chino Hills Senior Delivery event. The City of Chino tree lighting event was held on December 6th at Chino City Hall. Board members, staff, and I attended the event. On December 8th, board members, staff, and I attended the Chino Senior Delivery event. Supervisor Kurt Hagman's 4th District Christmas Open House was held on December 8th. Board members, staff, and I attended the event. On December 10th, board members, staff, and I attended the Chino Youth Christmas Parade and Fair. Today, the Make a Child Smile event was held. Great event at Walmart. Board members, staff, and I attended the event. The Chamber Holiday Luncheon was also held today at Volano Estates. Board members and some staff members did attend that event. Would go without saying that our personnel There's many more events that are taking place this month. One was mentioned this evening by Councilmember Bennett, which was the Fill the Boot. Our union, our staff members here at administration take many opportunities throughout this holiday season to recognize the folks that are less fortunate than ourselves, and you reach out. So thank you very much to all staff, to the union, for making this community yours, even in many cases you live in other areas. So thank you very much for making this place personal. Under organizational items of interest, Deputy Chief Alt and EMS Nurse Parham are currently returning from representing the Fire District at the California EMS Commission meeting in Oakland. Topics discussed are ambulance patient offload times, community paramedics, and other EMS issues. So that's why Chief Alt is not here with us tonight. He's representing us up at the state. Under recruitment update, I'll pass it over to our HR Director, Anthony Arroyo.
Thank you, Chief. A couple of items tonight, very brief. To begin, we had interviews with auxiliary worker 2 weeks ago. 3 have been selected to push through the second phase of final interviews, which will be held in mid-January, a little delayed because of the holidays and staff availability. And lastly, we are happy to announce that we have the start dates for 2 new hires. Angela Robles is the clerk of the board, and she's in the audience this evening. And the assistant to the fire chief, Rita Pro, who was here earlier, will be starting as well, and they both will be starting Monday, December 19th. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Anthony. Under upcoming events, the Chino Hills Boat Parade, as mentioned earlier, will be held on December 16th on our very own Peyton Avenue at 7 p.m. Our administration office will be closed Friday, December 23rd, and Monday, December 26th, in observance of Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Our administrative office will also be closed on December 30th and January 2nd in observance of New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so now is the time for board committee reports and board comments, and I'll start with Director Howie.
Thank you. Just a couple of comments tonight. Obviously, I haven't had a chance to attend many events as I just got sworn in on Monday. But I did get to try to make a smile today, make a child smile. I always get that reversed. And it was, as always, it's a super event. It's unbelievable. I think it's a crowning event in the area. It's for kids. It's an unbelievable and a fantastic event. So appreciate that. Want to thank the board again for all their support. I'm looking forward to working with you all, obviously. Only have to do 1 meeting this year, so that's not bad, right? It's an easy year for me. Also want to thank a couple council members from Chino coming out today. I don't know if Chris has been out here before to a meeting. He's got a chance to see how the fire district works. I'm glad to see you out here. And obviously, congratulations to Mr. Burton, whom I've known for 30 years, and I'm really excited about him being on Chino City Council. Congratulations, Kurt. Thank you for coming out this evening. And other than that, I just want to wish everybody a happy New Year and a Merry Christmas. And I think that concludes my comments.
Thank you.
Yeah, I as well would like to thank everybody for their trust in me for another 4 years and being here, and thank staff for the last year for keeping me moving along and putting up with me. And thank you guys as well. I attended this morning the Make Child Smile event in the chamber luncheon as well. I attended the tree lighting for Chino. I missed several events because I had a little case of COVID, so I couldn't leave the house. But I'm back in action now. Something tonight that I thought that was fantastic is we highlighted a couple different new employees who were here as reserve inspectors ahead of time, or reserve firefighters, back when we had those programs, and look at where they are today. And it really does show that we are a destination department. Not only do we help train the future people, but then they're coming back here to work, and it's fantastic to see that. Tom, I want to welcome you to the board. We are really looking forward to having you here and to get into lively discussions and debate and argue with you. Because as John pointed out, we don't always agree, but we enjoy it when we banter back and forth. John, thanks again for the kind words you said earlier, and Merry Christmas to you all, and please have a safe New Year.
Director Evansher.
Okay, thank you. We had quite a few events. I had my Fire Safe Council meeting. I attended Chino Hills meeting. Let me see, the Chino Hills tree lighting, the City of Chino tree lighting, Supervisor Hagman's open house, the youth parade, which we all enjoyed to go out and to do that. Retirement for Walt and our salute to service, which was an amazing, amazing event. I really enjoyed and talking to our veterans, our local veterans. Of course, Max today, which is just an amazing to see the kids come out today and so humbling. And I want to thank everyone for their participation. That I know a lot of time and effort goes into that. So I wrote down a few things, you guys, and just bear with me for a few. So, as the only gal on this board, I have an opportunity to serve with amazing men, amazing men. I want to thank you guys for another awesome year, for the respect, for, like you say, the banter, for kind of like our disagreements, our agreements, and at the end of the day, we can still have awesome, just, you guys don't know how, the great relationships that we have with one another. I shouldn't say this publicly, but I really, really admire each one of you, just taking the time, we all have our strengths, and taking the time to mentor, and each one of you just place a really special place in my heart. I think I work with the best guys in town. Sorry for the guys in here, but I think I do, sorry. I also, I want to thank Mike Krieger for your leadership as president last year, and John as vice president, and I want to welcome on our new John. I've worked with you, I've been your vice president before, and so has Harvey, and I'm really looking forward to this year and a lot of good stuff that's going to come out of that. I also want to take this opportunity to see and hear you guys, sorry, to thank our fire district personnel, our management, the folks at admin, our safety, our non-safety. I know everyone in this room knows the dedication that we have and the commitment that we have. Everyone, especially the gentlemen who serve here. We're here to serve the community, and our goal is to ensure the fire and life safety for everyone here. So I want to thank all of our partner cities and everyone. Lastly, I want to welcome Tom. And Tom, you are a blessing, a breath of fresh air, and I'm so happy, and I welcome you. I think you're going to be so pleased working with this group of dedicated folks up here. So with that, I want to wish everyone, welcome all the new employees and everyone. Welcome them to an amazing, fabulous department. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you.
Vice President Luth, you've got a tough act to follow.
I know it. Sarah's always a tough act to follow. Thank you, Sarah. You were very kind words. Lot going on, so I'm just gonna run through it real quick. Chino and Chino Hills, their Veteran Day memorial services were fantastic. Chino Bark Around the Park, meeting with the chief, 3 Chino council meetings, including Walt's retirement, which was awesome. ASBCSD, Airport Commission, Chino and Chino Hills tree lighting. We had agenda meeting, Chino and Chino Hills senior delivery. Well done. Just what a fun events to be a part of. The Chino Youth and Holiday Parade and the Make a Child Smile events. Let's see here. I want to welcome all the new hires too. Congratulations on the service awards. Chief, congratulations. I know you were stressing and worrying about it, but it sounds like you came through with flying colors. Well done, thank you. Sandra, thank you. Thank you for filling in for a short time for us. We appreciate what your time here and how you helped us get through here. Welcome, Tom. Congratulations. Thank you for running and your successful campaign. We look forward to serving with you. And Mike, thank you for your year as president and your leadership. Appreciate it. You did a fantastic job as always. And John, look forward to your year as president and supporting you in that role. The Mount Sac Fire Academy presentation, what a tribute to what this district is about, how we support them in so many different ways, and then they come here and recognize we've got obviously a number of personnel that been through that program. But again, just a tribute to this, I think, to this district, what we do, the things we're trying to do, not just what our role is in terms of providing fire prevention and medical services, but we're giving back in so many different ways. Let's see here. It was mentioned by, I don't remember who the speaker was, that thanking the board and others for the Make a Child Smile. I wish we could take credit for it. What a wonderful event. The folks who put that on, our firefighter paramedics, the union, the foundation, I don't even know who's all involved, but it's not this board. We just get to, I guess, enjoy what they put together, and what a tremendous effort. Great turnout. They get support from so many other agencies. What a wonderful event. So thank you to everybody who has anything to do with that. It's so well done. Curtis, good to see you here. As a side note, Kiwanis does plays every year. For many years, Curtis was in number 2. And of all roles, he served as a police officer. Who could imagine? But anyway, so known Curtis for a very long time. And just as another side note, Tom was in, I don't know, you were in several plays too back over the years, so thank you for. I played a cop too. Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. So a lot of good years, with getting to know these folks. And I think that's it. Just Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Wow, I've had a tough act to follow. I just have to say dittos to everything that both of you have said about everything, and it really is a blessing to have a fire district like this one be able in our community and be able to live in the community. I really believe that this place is above and beyond any place out there for what we do or what you guys do and do on a daily basis, and it's so appreciated, and it's just so nice to be a part of it. But I too did attend some events this month. I did the Chino Council meetings, IEUA, San Bernardino County Board of Directors meeting. We had a Finance Committee meeting and an Agenda Review Committee. We did those. And I had my monthly meeting with the chief. The City of Chino Hills Salute to Service, that was an amazing event. I was able to attend that, and that was really nice. And I'm glad that the monument is finished, and they had some issues with it, and the company that built the monument came in and repaired that, and it's really a nice monument, and would recommend if anybody hasn't been there, go over and take a look at that and pay a little respect to our veterans. I did attend Assemblymember Freddie Rodriguez's open house and toy drive, and he had a nice little event over there. And attended Supervisor Kurt Hagman's open house, City of Chino tree lighting, City of Chino Hills tree lighting. The youth parade, that's always amazing, that youth parade. It gets bigger and better every year. And the Make a Child Smile. And everybody's, I can't add anything to what everybody else has said about Make a Child Smile. What an event. I've been able to attend that for quite a few years, and it just gets better every year. And kudos to everybody that puts that on in the Fire Foundation, and just a great event. But also like to welcome our new hires, Mount Sac. How long have we had a partnership with Mount Sac? Approximately.
They've been here since about 2015.
About 7 years now. So that's got a good partnership with that. It was really nice of them to come and recognize us for the partnership. And also our 25-year recipients. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here, but do thank them for their service to the district and the community. And I think I've covered everything I have here. With that, we are going to go ahead and adjourn. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. So, Chief?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to?
Sure.
Okay.
So, tonight it's a bittersweet night for us. Again, I've mentioned this in the past. If you've never worked in these capacities and had to work hand in hand with the clerk of the board, you realize quickly how beneficial that office is to the office of the fire chief, because they really are the ones that keep you in line and don't allow you to get outside of the legal parameters of conducting business, Brown Act, and all these different things that as a person who comes up being a firefighter, you have no idea what a Brown Act is, at least I didn't. So, with that being said, we're very happy to be able to, we were sad to see Sandra Heaney go. We're very happy to have Angela Robles coming on. But Sandra Escudero, you've kept this boat upright and floating until we were able to get the right person here. So me personally, I want to thank you very, very much. The board has a gift for you.
Thank you so much.
And then on behalf of the management team, we wanted to present you with a little gift, and we know you're doing some home remodeling, so this should help get you there. So thank you very much for helping us and mentoring our folks while we went on the search for our person. So thank you, we appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes.
And with that, the meeting will be adjourned to a regular meeting of the Board of Directors of the Chino Valley Independent Fire District to be held on Wednesday, January 11th, 2023, at 6 p.m. at the district headquarters office located at 1011 City Center Drive, Chino Hills, California, 91709. And the meeting is adjourned.